This is one I get all the time, and I think one that I even talked to you about at one point in my career, which was, okay, I've been a PM for a while. I have an opportunity to go and have VP title, director title, whatever, at a startup or a smaller company, or I have this other opportunity to be maybe a group PM or senior PM or something at a bigger company. And how do you help? What's the way to evaluate those choices?
Yes, so there's no right or wrong answer in terms of which one you should do first. I'll start there. Big company, small company, each gives you an advantage. Big company, you would get a lot of exposure to mentors and see best practice. Or sometimes you see all the wrong things to do. I tell people that's nothing wrong with going to work for a bad boss or a company that's not delivering, because you can see what bad looks like.
Right.
But oftentimes if you're going to a big successful company, you're going to get exposure to things. You might have a narrower scope, smaller impact, maybe not get to do all the things.
Right.
Maybe have a lower title, but you'll get to see how the machine runs, and you'll get to see what great looks like, so that if you do go to a startup, you know what you're trying to strive towards.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I know what it will look like when we have product market fit and are building new features or whatever.
Yep.
Going to a startup, I think you have to accept if you took a VP of product role at a startup and you're right out of school or you don't have a lot of experience, then you have to accept it's inflated, and that wouldn't translate. You're not going to become a VP of product at a big company from there. So put the title aside, who cares? It's really what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
So if you're an early stage company, you are doing all the things, and you have to be comfortable with that, right? There's no team to do these things. Sometimes you are the product marketer, the product manager. You might be the designer.
Yep.
You might be support, right? And you have to be okay with that, even if you have a fancy title. You might not have mentors and best practice in the business that you join. A lot depends on who the founders are. Here at Drift, you have very senior, experienced serial entrepreneurs running the company. So that's awesome when you can get exposure like that at an early stage company. But it's unique. It's really unique.
Yeah.
Most early stage companies are first-time founders. And so you have to be prepared to get mentors, find people to advise you outside the business. So I recommend to anybody who's taking a PM job for the first time in a startup, go get your network squared away. Figure out who you're going to call upon. I do that a lot with my students who are in those jobs, where we do coffees once a month and just talk about what we're challenging. You know, we've done this, right?
Yep.
So what's challenging, what's hard, how you're learning, where you're getting access to resources, whatever it is, it's critical, I think.
Yeah, just being able to talk to someone who's in the same type of role that you're in at a different company is amazing.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden, you know, is this normal? Is this not normal? How are you handling this problem? Or do they have a problem you've never even heard of before?
Right.
Yeah, that's been invaluable.
Right, and that's really important, right? If you're first-time PM at a startup for the first time, you don't know what normal is.
Right.
Right? It's really fun for me when I've been at startups where sometimes I hear things and I looked at whomever the role is. Not even just PM, and like, you know this is normal, right? Like, this is how it works here. Right? Until you get to this stage, that's just the way it's going to be.
Yeah.
Versus, what do you mean you're doing that? Like, that should not be happening here. What dysfunction's going on? Or where's the person who does this? So we don't have that person. Oh, well, let's go figure that out, right? Yeah. So I think you're right. I think finding that cohort of, whether it's peers, mentors, whatever, I think is really important. And I think that ability to, I guess there's a couple things. One is, if you're going to an early stage company, it's both the thrill of, we get to just do a bunch of crazy things, and it's like blue sky, and I don't know, and that can be really crazy, and who knows what the product's going to look like in a year. That can be fun, or that can be scary and daunting. Again, it goes back to who you are as a person and what gets you excited. If you go to a big company, it could be very structured. We know exactly where we're going. We have a roadmap. We know what we need to deliver by the end of the year. Could feel secure and really nice. Oh, good. I don't have to worry about that stress. Within the year, we may make a few changes or shifts, but overall, I know where we're going and what we're trying to do. That could be great and very comforting, and gives you the ability to hone your skills without the stress.
Yeah.
But you could also, it could feel very slow. It could feel very process heavy. It depends, again, on who you are.
Right.